All right, welcome back to the Malapert Smart podcast. I'm your host, Kahan. I got with me Vlad, the wrestling expert. He's actually here with me in the studio. Look,
Woo!
I could touch him. He's this
I'm
close.
real.
Look at this.
We're real.
Oh. Well, look, tomorrow is Survivor Series. It's WarGames.
WarGames.
So we figure we talk about
WarGames.
Yeah, with his beady little eyes. Whenever someone who wears glasses takes off their glasses,
Oh, trust me, I know.
their eyes look all small and stuff.
Yes, I know.
So
I've gotten that before.
all right. Well, listen. So we did a segment last week on Kairi Sane's return, and I was excited about it. I thought it would be cool.
Yeah.
He hasn't really featured a whole lot
No.
in this feud yet.
Not really.
Maybe she'll have a spot at the pay-per-view or something.
Sure.
I'm indifferent about the build-up as a Malapert Smart. By the way, if you guys didn't know, Malapert Smart, it means wrestling fans, you got to know what a smart is. We're smart marks. We know the show's fake, so we're analyzing it as if it's, a show, a written show, basically now. Everyone knows the cat's out of the bag. Malapert, we're disrespectful. We've never been in the wrestling business, but we think we know more than anybody who's, been in it. So, or just as much at least, if not more, but more than a lot of people. But anyway, so I haven't been too enamored with this build-up last week. I have some criticisms.
Yeah, do tell.
All right, well, okay, so I have some clips I pulled out. Let's pull up our TV. We're going to have to blur this out for you guys on the internet, by the way. We don't own the rights to any of this. I was disappointed that both the men's and women's match had kind of a similar build-up. Like, they both were looking for a fifth member.
Right, and they came in at the last second.
Yeah, they came in at the last second. Well, Randy Orton didn't come in yet.
Yeah,
but
that's right. But they
least-
announced him.
So, that whole thing about, we're looking for one last member.
Yeah.
I'm kind of,
Because it's been overdone.
It's been overdone. Okay, so let's check out this one scene. It's Bianca, Shotzi, and Charlotte. They're in the back, and they're going to be looking for a new member. So,
So at this point, we don't have any more options. So Charlotte, you need to make that call.
okay, I'll go call her. Fine. All right. I don't know. We talk a lot about AEW acting, and they talk about taking some great personalities and making them kind of meh with these scenes that are written. Like, you need to call that person, see if they'll say yes to join our group. And then at the end of the night, we found out that it was going to be Becky Lynch. She just showed up.
Correct.
Showed up at the last second, all dramatic, and
Yeah, she just came out of the... Where did she come from?
from the audience, it seems.
Yeah.
They didn't know if she would make it on time, but she
Well,
did.
yeah, Becky Lynch has to sneak into the building, of course. Anyways, yes.
That was the women's stuff. So they
Yeah.
cleaned house, and Becky Lynch is the last member
Yeah.
of the babyface team, which is fine. Okay,
Yeah, gives them some more star power.
it might be a good match. And then the men's match. So here's same thing. The men's side, the men baby faces, Cody, Sami Zayn, Seth Rollins, and Jey Uso. They're also looking for one more member, and
That's
they're
right.
getting pressed by Adam Pearce. You got to give me who your member is. So
Yes, by the end of the night.
look how similar
This
this
was on
is
Raw.
to the last scene. Yeah, this was 2 days after SmackDown.
Correct.
With a fifth member? No, nada, nothing. I reached out. It's not gonna work out.
Nothing for you either.
Oh no, he picked up. We're in business.
Oh, damn.
He's in.
He's in.
Oh, he's in. Wow, he's in. Oh, thank goodness he's in. Okay, I don't know. I thought this could have been more better. But whatever. I'm just asking for a lot, I guess.
Well, I think, just real quick, I think that's usually the criticism that WWE has always been getting, that their stuff is too scripted and these guys can't really deliver on the script because they're not actually trained actors. They're wrestlers. They were trained as wrestlers, not actors. So
But
the
they're-
more scripted the more information you give them, the more script you give them, the worse it is, and the less believable it is.
But not for Cody. Cody's done a lot of scripted stuff that's looked pretty good, but this was just they had nothing to work with. Yeah, I called him. He's on his way. It's working out. Okay, I don't. What can you do with that?
Right. Well, I agree. It's not very good, and that happens sometimes.
Maybe if it was the Macho Man, like who's in your background today, which is looks, maybe he could have made something. If I got gold, I mean, he was got his war hand. That could have been interesting.
Yeah, of course.
But if there's just a bunch of normal guys saying, "Yep, I gave him a phone call.
He's gonna be here at the end of the night."
Okay.
You see, that's the difference. and that, my friends, is like the 80s and 90s was the best.
Yeah, because they could have made anything out of shit. Basically.
Exactly, because they had the personalities to do it.
But they basically were given shit storylines a lot of the
Many
time.
times, many
Yep,
times, exactly.
and they still took care of it and entertained the people.
Yeah, made it
somehow.
their own, and they didn't have like what they do now is like a million writers running around thinking that they could actually not even book wrestling, but in a sense like know their characters better than the actual wrestler, which is never good.
All right, well, look, I don't want to say it's been all bad because we have talked about some of this throughout the weeks, and there was one thing that you did like, and I thought was pretty good too, was the Drew McIntyre stuff.
Yeah,
because he
until he was interrupted, I thought it was very good.
He didn't join Judgment Day, but he's joining
Not officially.
He's joining their team.
Yeah,
and then on Monday night he had to explain himself why he caused Jay and Cody the tag titles.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm not gonna play the whole promo, but we'll watch some of it.
And this is good. They start the show with him. The lighting is focused on him. It's good. I like it.
My nephews growing up, they understand that night when I beat Jay's tribal chief was going to be our moment. Your family bloody took that from my family.
All right, you know what? I will say that that's good storytelling. That they made that. What was that pay-per-view called? At the Clash at the Castle or whatever.
Correct. Yes.
And Wales. So at least they're making that worth something.
Yeah.
Right. That he lost that, and it was disappointing at the time, but they're not letting it go.
Yeah.
Warning, from now on, whenever I see you, I drop you. I don't know what you believe in. I don't know what God you pray to. I don't know where your soul's good. Your ass belongs to me. Get out of here.
Yeah, they did. They hit Jey Uso's music a little early there because he was on a roll with whatever he was saying. But he did get that in at the end.
He did.
Your ass belongs to me, which was good. That looked fierce.
Yeah, I thought it was very good. I thought this was the first time in a while that I've actually cared about anything that Drew's involved in and actually saying and things like that.
This saved this angle, I think, or else wouldn't have been much in it. But
I think, Drew turning heel or being more heel. I mean, I know they've already teased it for a while now, but going full-fledged and then whatever, he hasn't joined officially the Judgment Day, but I think it's headed in that direction at the very least, I would assume.
I have no idea about
maybe not. You're right, it could not, but I'm just saying that's the way it's looking.
But I will praise that they are continuing this stuff with Jey Uso and Drew McIntyre since that whole thing when he was with the Bloodline.
Yeah.
I like how this is continuing. So.
Yes, I enjoyed it.
So here's Jey Uso coming out for you audio podcast listeners who can't see us watching along.
Drew McIntyre need to let it go. You know what I'm saying? You did cost me the tag titles last week. So no more talking, Drew. So how about you catch this beat down? Excuse me, I mean yeet down.
Oh God, worst catchphrase.
Catch this yeet down. Let me hear you say yeet.
Yeet down. Okay, so Judgment Day comes out to back up Drew, which was kind of a cool shot, with Drew in the middle of the ring and all the members of Judgment Day behind him, backing him up. And then all the baby faces come out, to skip a little bit forward, and they join Jey Uso, and I think Adam Pearce is going to come out and tell them, don't fight now, fight,
Yeah, he went crazy again. Did he take off his glasses again? I forgot.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
Nobody is fighting because I swear if somebody
Okay, well anyways, so that ended up being the advantage match was Jey Uso versus Drew McIntyre. Good booking. Good booking.
It made sense given what happened.
A good, strong, Raw match, Raw main event, which ended up being won by Drew McIntyre, which was good. Definitely the stronger character.
Yes. Especially now that he's turned heel and they're trying to do something with him, I think. Who knows what they're really trying to do, but yeah.
So post-match, they were going to do a beatdown, and then the baby faces come out and save Jey Uso from getting beat down by Judgment Day. And then Cody Rhodes grabs the mic after they clear the ring. And I don't even want to play this, to be honest, but in a very lame way, he introduces Randy Orton as the fifth member of their team. Basically, he goes through Randy Orton's catchphrases, and then the crowd cheers Randy Orton's name or
Sure.
chants his name.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Yep, they're right. That's who it is. It's Randy Orton." I'm like, okay, yeah. Raw ended
Yeah.
kind of with a whimper, in my opinion.
In a sense, but it usually kind of does. As far as it being Orton, that's not a bad. It's not a bad.
Well, why isn't
thing.
he here? Why do they have to do it like this? Okay, it's a minor criticism, but
Yeah, I hear what you're saying though. Could he have been there? Yeah, I guess, but I don't think that should be.
Yeah,
well, they're
that-
probably saving.
They
They're saving the pop for the pay per view.
what pop?
He's
Not
gonna get a
everybody
pop
knows-
for his comeback.
Yeah, but you know what? I got a bigger pop.
If he
An
just
RKO out of nowhere.
he just or like his music played as soon as like right when the show like when they were gonna do the match.
Yeah, they could have done it like that,
Yeah,
I guess.
I
Okay.
agree.
All right, well then, the match is tomorrow. I'm gonna post this tonight. We'll see if anybody watches this segment before tomorrow. But when we do this predictions, it's only relevant up until the match. But let's do it anyways. You got a prediction for the women's match with Damage Control against baby faces Charlotte, Bianca, Becky, and Shotzi.
I mean, you would think with all the big names the faces have, they would win, right? But I think if they kind of want to do something with this newfound Damage Control group, they should put them over here, to be honest. But outside of like, why would it matter if they brought in all these members if they're just going to end up losing anyways for this match? So I mean, if it was me booking, I was trying to build a top-notch women's heel group, I'd probably go towards Damage Control.
Yeah.
Damage Control winning.
Well, in that case, probably your other prediction is gonna be that the baby faces will win the men's match then, right?
I think in that sense, yes. So with Orton coming back, I think that makes the most sense. So I would book it that way.
Yeah, I think so too. I think the women in the babyface women in the women's match won't lose anything by losing that match because
Yeah.
they're all superstars anyways.
Yeah.
And Damage Control need.
They could use
they
it. They
need
could
the
use it.
rub.
If they're really going to use this group, they might as well give them a rub, or else what's the point of them, right?
Yeah. All right. Well, then there you go. Survivor Series preview for you guys tomorrow night. Going up against the Collision and Rampage at the
Oh,
same time.
man.
Head to head. Another AEW WWE war head to head.
Not really. It's one-sided. It's pretty one-sided.
It is pretty one-sided, which is pretty sad for AEW because
Yeah.
WWE really did some things this year that tried to hand them really a chance to be in the ball game,
Yeah.
like having Cody lose at WrestleMania, having a world heavyweight title that nobody cares about. A lot
Sure,
of
they've done a lot of things.
garbage matches, but
But that shows you just how bad AEW is, that it's still one-sided. They can't do anything with any momentum or anything that's given to them. They just make it 10 times worse. So
all right. Well, that's all for this segment. We'll be back with more videos coming up.
yeah.
Subscribe to our
Please,
podcast
come on,
if you
guys.
would want to. No, don't. If you want to.
Well, yeah, sure, if you want to.
You know, we don't.
But you should, is what I'm saying. You should.
Well, if you want our reviews and hear what we think about it as two normal fans, then yeah, add us on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, whatever the heck you want. Our videos will be on all them. So have a good night. Have fun tomorrow watching Survivor Series.